Today we're going to talk about 30 things that can totally destroy an individual. If one is committing such activities or these 30 mentioned activities, these activities can totally destroy the individual. I'm going to make 30 videos on these 30 activities with detailed information. I am going to research about these 30 activities deeply from the angle of psychology, philosophy, stoicism, some researches, science, and what Islam says about doing these activities, or what are the standpoints of Islam about these activities. So today we're going to talk about the very first one, which is procrastination, or the habit of saying that I will do it tomorrow. You want to do something, but you are always procrastinating. You are delaying it or putting it off for another day, and the activity is never done because you are always leaving it for the next day. So today we're going to consider this. Let's first of all consider this from the point of Islam. Islam has always discouraged this activity. Islam says that everyone should accept responsibility and should possess a proactive approach if one is highly keen or interested to succeed. Let me give you a hadith of Muhammad, peace be upon him, about procrastination or related to procrastination. There is a hadith from Bukhari. Hazrat Muhammad says that there are two very important blessings that are given to humans or Muslims. They are free time and good health, which most of the people lose. From this hadith, it can simply be identified or explained that procrastination is not accepted in Islam. Furthermore, I can tell you that Islam has always stressed or highly insisted on the point that everyone should avoid laziness. There is a hadith of Muhammad, peace be upon him, that says that do not say that I will do this thing tomorrow, because for tomorrow is not yours. You are not sure, or your tomorrow is not predictable. The hadith comes from Bukhari. So basically, Islam has highly discouraged this activity and says that everyone should avoid putting off things or delaying an activity. A good example could be not offering the prayer on time. We have 5 times prayer that we have to offer it 5 times a day. If you are missing the prayer or the prayer time and you are not offering properly, it is clear that you cannot be considered a good Muslim. And if you're not a good Muslim, it means that you have lost both this world and the hereafter. Let's talk about a research. Let me tell you about a research that is done on procrastination. University of Calgary in 2007, Mr. Piers Steele has done a study on the title of The Nature of Procrastination, a meta-analytic and theoretical review of quite essential self-regulatory failure. In this research, the simple findings are that if you are procrastinating, this will lead to a couple of disastrous results. The first one being low academic performance. You will not be highly qualified, or we can say intelligent, in your activities if you are in university or if you are in college or in school. Because if you're always putting off things, not doing your homeworks, your other activities on daily basis on time, it's clear that you will face bad results. Number 2 is high stress, anxiety, and depression. Because of not doing activities on time or avoiding all the things that you are deemed to be responsible for and putting those up for another day, you will definitely face stress, anxiety, and depression. Because first, you're going to be criticized by the instructor. Second, you're going to be scrutinized by the professors and including the management. And the final result is going to be extremely shocking. Maybe you will definitely face a fetal type of result, which will result in your entire failure of the semester or maybe the university program. Furthermore, this also led to poor health and low life satisfaction. It says that if you do not do the activities on time, or the things that you are assigned for, and you do not do those things on time, definitely it will lead to poor health. For example, if you are told that you have to regularly go to gym, for example, 4 times a week, and you regularly put off the going to gym, you do not go to gym on time, it will definitely have a negative impact on your body. For example, secondly, is that you are a serious cancer patient and you are told by the doctor that if you take these pills for 2 years regularly, you are going to be saved. But you neglect taking the pills. So it's clear that you will definitely face disastrous results, and including it could lead to low life satisfaction. Simply, if you do not achieve, if you are not successful in your school, in your college, in your daily life, it will definitely lead to low life satisfaction. Now let's explain it from the point of philosophy. Philosophy doesn't have a very clear or precise explanation when it comes to procrastination, but there are some points that could explain procrastination. The first one is temporal discounting. It's a very common type of explanatory title, or we can say a subject, which is quite often discussed in philosophy. This temporal discounting means that you want immediate results instead of future results. You're not working hard, or you're always procrastinating because you directly want the result. You do not do the things for long-term results. Number 2, philosophy has a term in it by the name of akrasia. Akrasia means weakness of will. So basically, it's considered an extremely weak term or point in philosophy. If you have akrasa, you can only have akrasa when you are procrastinating on an activity, or when you are not doing things on time regularly with the specified deadlines. So you will have akrasa. And according to philosophy, akrasa is a negative standpoint or a negative term which is used negatively in philosophy. So that means that philosophy says that akrasa plus temporal discounting, these both things are negative and they are connected to procrastination. There is another term by the name of existentialism in philosophy. It says that each of us are responsible for bringing meaning and purpose into our lives in the present moment. So this term goes against procrastination. If you are procrastinating, it means that you are not an existentialist. You do not accept your purpose or meaning, or you are not entrusted to bring any type of meaning into your life. So you are again going against the nature of philosophy by doing things later, or by putting off things, or procrastinating. Fourth point on philosophy is that Mr. Aristotle has highly focused in philosophy on virtuous ethics. In virtuous ethics, there are a couple of things like diligence, intelligence, hard work. These are virtuous ethics. If you are procrastinating, it means you cannot be diligent, you cannot be intelligent, you cannot be a hardworking person. So you are again going against philosophy, which is a negative act. And the last one is philosophy values time. It says that you have to make use of time in a very proper way. So if you are procrastinating, you are misusing your time. So that means that you are again acting again what philosophy says, or the nature of philosophy. Now let's consider procrastination from the angle or the point of psychology. Psychology has generally considered procrastination a negative act. There are a couple of explanations. The first one is that it is bad on health. I explained that it causes stress, it causes depression, it causes anxiety and low life satisfaction, which are negative things in psychology. Number two, reduced productivity. According to psychology, if you are procrastinating, you will miss your deadlines, you will miss opportunities, you will do rushed work, and including you will not provide the projects or activities that you are assigned for on time, or you will definitely miss the deadlines. And because of missing the deadlines, at the end you have to rush very much, which will result in bad outcome or in bad result. Number three, psychology says that if you are procrastinating, you are allowing procrastination to interfere with your goals as well. You will not be able to achieve your goals on time. You will usually be late on achieving your goals, or you may not achieve any goal because of simply procrastinating. Number five, philosophy is also a negative act when it comes to relationships, according to psychology. For example, you will not be able to fulfill the promises that you have promised, and you will not meet the expectations or the expectations that someone else in your relationship has from you. For example, your brother, your sister, your mother, or maybe your wife, your husband. You will not be able to fulfill the promises or the activities on time, which will result in negative relationships. Now let's consider procrastination according to Stoicism. Stoicism prefers living in accordance with nature, developing self-control, accepting the things that we cannot change. And procrastination goes against these principles by delaying the action and activity and not living in the present. So simply, Stoicism says that it's a negative act because you're avoiding the present, you're not doing the things in the present, you're waiting for the future, and your future, including, it's not clear whether you will do the act or not. Procrastination, according to science, is definitely considered negative. As you know better that I explained psychology, philosophy, Stoicism, most of these things are considered to be science, including the research that I explained. So it is considered negative because it has bad results on your health, the reduced outcomes, the reduced productivity, and bad relationships. All of these things which are basically destroying your life. Nazima Patan in 2018 from BBC wrote an article on the title Procrastination, It is Pretty Much All in the Mind. And in this article, the main point is that there is a part in our brain by the name of amygdala. Someone who has a somewhat bigger amygdala, they are usually a lot anxious about an activity that is coming up. And because of being very much anxious about that activity, they are putting it off or trying to put it off for some other days, or that they will do it later. Now let's consider some famous leaders and their opinions on procrastination. Harold Lamb says that a year from now you wish you had started today. Mr. Abraham Lincoln, you cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. It means that if you do not accept your responsibility today, that clearly points out that tomorrow you are going to be in a big calamity. Now let me share my own opinions with you about procrastination. Number one, weak personality. If you procrastinate, you will never have a strong, a stable, a valued personality in society. People will consider you as a weak person, a person of low value, a beta male in place of being an alpha male. Number two, you will have no development. You will always stay the same, or maybe you will go back. Instead of going upwards or towards the development, you will go towards the distraction, which will totally destroy your present, your future as well. Number three, ordinary life. You will have an ordinary life. Your connections will be with ordinary people. You will be living an ordinary life, having no car, no excellent homes, and no excellent amenities or facilities. And as a result, an ordinary death. You will die without doing anything good for this world, for the people of this world, for yourself, and for your family. Now, let's talk about how to identify the root cause, how to destroy procrastination. First of all, identify the root cause. Why are you procrastinating? Are you procrastinating because you are lazy? Are you procrastinating because of lack of motivation? Are you procrastinating because you don't have any goals? Are you procrastinating because of perfectionism? Identify the main reason why you are procrastinating. Number 2, set clear goals. Your goals should be extremely clear. By clear, I mean that choose a goal, break it down into smaller parts, make a plan for that, and take action on that. Number 3, create a to-do list. Daily to-do list, weekly to-do list, monthly to-do list. For example, if your goal is to make a YouTube channel, first of all, make a to-do list. What should be the first thing? The first thing should be simply coming up with a good name. And the fourth, use the Pomodoro technique. Work for some specific amount of time, and after that, stop working for some specific amount of time. Number 5, eliminate distractions. Stop using social media a lot, talking with useless girls, boys, chit-chatting, or being in an environment which is totally toxic or negative. Number 6, create deadline-specified plans. Your plans should be extremely specific. On March 10th, I am going to achieve this goal. It should be very clear. Number 7, reward yourself. Once you complete the goal or the plan, reward yourself. Give yourself something as a gift. And number 8, seek professional help if needed. I'll recommend you a book on procrastination and how to destroy it. The book is The Now Habit, written by Neil Foyer. There are 2 YouTubers which are extremely great on this thing, procrastination. They are Thomas Frank and Ali Abdul. And I'll recommend 2 apps for setting goals, planning, and making great to-do lists. The first one is Todoist, and the second one is Microsoft To Do, which is free. You can use both. I'm using Microsoft To Do because it's free. Thank you so much.